Shay Renee. So let's just get into it, shall we? What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Shay Renee, and we are back to finally talk about Married to Medicine Season 11's season finale, okay? So, y'all, I have a lot of opinions about this finale, okay? And I don't know if y'all gonna like it. So Nell Seiler says, hi, what's up, how you bees? Thank you for joining. Sonia Goudry says, hello, everyone, what's up? Linda Gamble says, hello, Shay Renee. What's up, Linda Gamble, the hardest working woman on YouTube? Okay, thank you, Linda. I truly appreciate you because you come on every time your girl come on at these crazy random times. Y'all, listen, let me tell you something. I have been very wound tight, tired, overworked. I'm feeling some type of way these days. I'm just trying to get, listen. I'm trying to get my life together, y'all. It's a lot going on in my life, okay? I'm a little stressed. But I'm here. Vanessa Jones says, hi, Shay. What's up? Toya says, I need to know if this King stolen Royce is true. Yes, I just saw somebody did a video on it. I think her name is Keisha or something. I was watching that video just a minute ago, and y'all know I don't really like to watch anybody's reviews or anything beforehand, but I saw that and I was like, what is going on with this? This is crazy. Taya says, oh yeah, hello y'all. All right, y'all, so let's get into it. So here's what I think. I think Sweet Tea should leave. I think that everybody is full of crap where it comes to Quad. I think that Toya and Heavenly are doing whatever they need to do to keep this show going. I think that Toya and Heavenly are going to lead the crowd to whoever is going to remain on the show so that they can continue to get these $800,000 plus checks for doing absolutely nothing for a couple of weeks. That's what I think. We start the episode off with us going back through the season. You know, this whole thing with, you know, as I've done these reviews, a lot of people have had different opinions about whether Greg was the one that started the whole situation with King. If King started it with Greg started it. Sorry, not sorry. And it's not about getting on the bandwagon or whatever. Greg saw King and was immediately threatened by him. It is what it is. He did not like the fact that King was there. It was okay when Sweet Tea was coming around for everybody to, you know, throw her in Quad's face. Now let's go ahead and not forget that none of y'all fucked with Quad either. Okay, ain't none of y'all like Quad. Y'all tried to get rid of homegirl in California last year. Yeah, had baby girl fly all the way to Atlanta, from Atlanta to the other side of the country to try to get rid of her and tell her, we don't feel a connection with you. Y'all were like, oh, Quad, we don't know, you don't hang out with us when we not filming, this, that, and the third. Okay, what happened to those feelings? Have y'all even resolved that? But now all of a sudden, because Sweet Tea, word on the curb, I was watching Watch What Happens Live, and Toya was like, yeah, I don't appreciate the fact that it wasn't shown on the show, but Sweet Tea was putting her hands on us. I believe Toya. Sweet Tea is overly emotional. There's her hormones are all over the place. I don't know if it's because she's just angry. I don't know if she is having buyer's remorse where it comes to Greg. I don't know if she is torn in between the two because she really wants to be with the crew on Married to Medicine. I don't know if that's what I don't know if she's like torn between I want to be on the show, I want to be with my husband, I want to have a baby. These people don't really fuck with me like that. It's a lot going on. I think that Sweet Tea is too emotional to be on reality TV. I think that Sweet Tea knew that there were going to be some complications with having a baby. I think that Sweet Tea jumped into this man's DMs and promised him something that unfortunately her body won't allow her to give. And that's, listen, I pray that what something happens where it happens for them. Okay. But I do not believe that she did not know that it couldn't happen for her right away. I don't believe that. I think she wanted to be on TV. I think that she may have had an attraction to Greg, but I think this is all a scheme that Sweet Tea conjured up to come to us with the bullshit. And I think that all of the ladies of Married to Medicine used her to piss off Quad because they were pissed that Quad is always giving them the second fiddle behavior. Quad Quad thinks she's that girl. She don't think she needs them. But she realized when they were trying to get rid of her ass in California, oh wait, I actually do need them. They will get rid of me if I don't have friends on the show, and it can't just be Heavenly. It can't. You have to have relationships with these other women on the show because your personality is not strong enough for people to give two shits for you to be on here by yourself. Now, Quad says a couple things here and there, that the little quips that's funny. You know, I think that Quad can be fly sometimes, you know. She's cool. But can I sit here and say that Quad is 1,000% an essential piece to the show? No. I think that Quad is a moving target. I think that Quad is somebody that she's a chameleon. She does whatever she needs to do to fit into any environment to get what she wants out of it. That's what I think Quad does. We don't know how Quad makes her money because you're not a doctor, right? This is Married to Medicine. You used to be married to a doctor. You're no longer married to a doctor. We don't know what you do to make your coins. We don't know what you did, how you bought that house by yourself. Was it your settlement? Was it the dog clothes that you were selling? I doubt that. Did you go back to medical sales? Because that's how you met Dr. G. Also through Mariah. I don't, what are you doing? We don't really see much in your life. We saw that you had your nephew, your mama was living there. You don't really share anything. So it's like, why is Quad on here? That's what I want to know. It don't got nothing to do with Sweet Tea and Greg. In my opinion. Sweet Tea and Greg does not want to be on TV. I don't believe so. I think that Greg sees the benefit financially. It's an extra check, right? But Greg doesn't want everybody to see how he really is. I also think that the separation between Quad and the ladies comes from their lack of identification or acknowledgement of the turmoil that Quad went through in her relationship. I think that Quad does so many speeches and soliloquies and repertoires of foolishness that people may not believe her wholeheartedly about what was going on in her marriage with Greg. That's the truth. I think that they don't believe her. I think that they may feel like she's exaggerating. But at the end of the day, nobody knows what happened behind those doors with Quad and Greg besides Quad and Greg. And I think for everybody to feel like Quad should be able to function in a room with this man and just get over it for the sake of being on TV is absolutely ridiculous. You see, the problem is the women in this group are not acknowledging the fact that there has been some severe turmoil in that relationship. There has been some emotional, I wouldn't deny mental. I don't know if it's physical, but they have both went to the jailhouse. They both have mugshots for physical interactions. So there has definitely been some fuckery going on in that house. And the fact that these women think that Quad should just be able to coexist with this man and that Greg should be able to coexist with Quad because maybe she traumatized him too. Greg seems to be the type of guy that, oh, well, I'm providing, so you should just get over it. Do whatever I say do. And Quad was the type, well, listen, look here, little bitch, I got my own money too. Yeah, I married you for your money because please don't get it twisted. You ain't you ain't all that out here, okay? Let's not play like Quad didn't marry that man for what he could do for her. But I think the juice wasn't really worth the squeeze after a couple of years. She didn't give the man a baby. He wanted to have children, right? She wasn't having, doing the do with her husband and still expecting him to be in this marriage and be faithful. There was a lot of foolishness going on there too. Now, I'm not saying that, she should have to give it up whenever her husband say so, but going 3 years without giving this man nothing, I'd be god daggone if I'm married to somebody and I'm playing pocket pool for 3 years and they not expected to jump out there. I don't get it. I think that I just think that it doesn't make sense to think that all of these people should be able to successfully coexist on this show together when there is clearly some unresolved emotions between Quad and Greg. They didn't deal with it, and I think that I don't think that, and Greg has said it several times, he never wanted to end the marriage. He wanted his marriage. But Greg, you wanting to be in the marriage doesn't mean that you should have been. That marriage was very crazy and rocky. You foaming at the mouth. I wonder if Mimi and Steve were one of those people that used to come over their house and talk to them and try to, speak life into their marriage and help them. Because Mimi certainly, she was real quick to jump on the bandwagon with everybody else, but you came on the show as Sweet T's friend and Greg's friend. Child, a mess. Let me see what y'all saying. Let me go back. Taya says, yes, she was reading and breaking down some lawsuit. Oh, okay. Oh, the Lakeisha Keisha lady. Yeah. I didn't get to finish watching it because it was getting late. And I was like, let me go on and do this review and not make it too late. Cause y'all know I like to come on at like 11:30 at night. That is so ridiculous. But I think I thrive better at nighttime, y'all. I don't know. Linda Gamble says, yes, she has the court docs. Yes. Okay. So I'm gonna have to go back and watch that. Taya says they can keep everybody except Simone and Jackie. Oh, and the new couple too. Okay. Listen, child, this next season is gonna be interesting. That's for sure. And you know what? I'm kind of inclined to. I don't know what I would want this cast shakeup to be. I don't know. So Sonia Goudry says one content creator really broke it down about the Rolls Royce and King and others being sued. Yeah, I think it was that Lakeisha Keisha lady, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm gonna watch it and see. Taya says Heavenly can go too. Y'all do not fool with Heavenly, child. Y'all can't stand her. Linda Gamble says, how do you feel about Dr. G and Sweet Tea quitting the show? I think they should. I think they should ease on down the road, okay? Boot, scoot, and boogie, okay? Get your boots on the ground. Get on out of here, okay? Get out of here. That's what I think. I think this is not the environment for them whatsoever. Taya says, I wonder if this the car they showed on the show. It probably is. It probably is. I don't know what type of business practices he doing over there, but that may be why he ain't really want to be on TV. I don't think that. I think that he didn't really want to film, but then I think he thought it was a good King. That is. Then I think King was like, "Oh, it's probably a good opportunity to showcase my business or whatever." And now this is the backlash that you get with being on reality TV. People going to dip right into your business, whether it's positive or negative. Taya says, I want Dr. G and T to stay. Number one, so we can keep an eye on her and that old man. And number two, in case they actually have a baby journey. Yeah, but you know what? Sweet Tea has to be responsible for her own safety. If you are sitting up here, if she's covering up whatever he's doing at home that is not, you know, he shouldn't be doing. Let me just say that because there's certain words you can't say on YouTube. Then that's on her. She want to get nuck if you buck with everybody on the damn cast running across. You can reach me by airplane. I don't care how I get there. I'ma get over there and whoop King's ass. That's what she tried to do. She hopped across the pink sands to get over there and felt like her military training was going to help her to beat up a man. I think that there's a lot of bit of delusion where it comes to Sweet Tea. I really do. Taya says, I think she needs a third season so we can see if she can adjust. I don't think that girl can adjust. Sweet Tea has a bad, that's just me. But listen, I'm at this point, I'm open to see pretty much anything. But I think that Sweet Tea is unhinged. I do. She's Dr. Jekyll, Mrs. Hyde. It really is. Like, one minute she wants to be a part of the crew, the next minute, oh, my husband, I got to do with my husband. And then, you know what? Fuck all y'all. And I believe she was hitting everybody. I do. I think she was putting her hands on people. And that's not okay. That's not okay. Linda says, hit the like button, y'all. Hit that like button. I know it's late at night, but go on, hit the like button for me, please. And thank you. Please and thank you. Okay. Sonia Goudry says, Quad and Porsha were at Yandy's birthday dinner. Oh, they were? Well, Quad is I think she's a certified get wet. That's my opinion. I think that Quad, she's a chameleon. She's going to get herself into whatever group she thinks is going to fit her agenda. That's what I think she's going to do. And she's been hanging around Porsha and some friends of Porsha's. So Quad gonna do her thing to get in the mix with the peoples, okay? AF says, well, Shay girl, you said you're stressed, but the face say otherwise, naturally beautiful. Oh, thank you. Oh, I appreciate that. That makes me feel good. I am stressed, girl. It's a lie. It's a lie. Life be life. But it's okay. It's okay. We persevere and we pray. That's what we do. That's what we do. If you worry, you don't pray. If you pray, you don't worry, right? Sonia Goudry said, that's something my husband always say anyway. Sonia Goudry says, Dr. G was mentally and, in my opinion, physically a B to Quad. I agree. Listen, I am not against that. I second that emotion. Okay. Definitely. I would say I agree with you. I think that Dr. G is very controlling. That's what I think. I think he has a problem. I really do. I really do. I think that as he's getting older, I think that Sweet Tea is more of a I think she's more of a firecracker than Quad was. I think Quad talks a lot of talk, but I think that Sweet Tea, she might be the one to put some in his coffee and in his life. I don't know. I don't put it past Lil Shorty. She is something else. But it is what it is, y'all. They gotta work it out. Taya says, I didn't sit through the whole thing though. Oh, the Keisha thing that she did, her post. Monique AAA says, "Hey Shay, what's up? What's up? Thank you so much for watching. Y'all, I had to go on here and make sure I turn my thing on for this video." Taya says, "What if Quad switched to RHOA? Quad ain't go. That ain't for her. I hope she not over there trying to be friends with Porsha so that she can get on RHOA, because that ain't gonna happen. Porsha over there lying on her damn self. Porsha is giving absolutely nothing but lies and deceit and foolishness and haterade. She hating on everybody on this. She definitely hating on her best friend. Um, so if she go over there, just be prepared to be in it with Porsha, because everybody else over there is trying to come after either Porsha or Kenya. And Porsha is a hater. She hating on Shamia. She is trying to conjure up some bullshit with Drew, okay? And because she can't film in her house and show the glitz and the glam, and she trying to hide from everybody asking her about how she stole that lady husband. Listen, Porsha, you leaving, and I don't know how I'm gonna roll into that and get out of it. But my thing with Porsha is, you can't do dirty stuff and think that after you left the show for a couple of years that it's just going to die off. You never dealt with it. She lives, literally, that lady lives in La La Land in her head. She don't ever want to deal with her issues and her bullshit. She thinks that everybody's supposed to just ride her wave of foolishness. We're not blind, baby. We don't live on Disney's campus like you in your brain. But to answer your question, Taya, if Quad, I don't think Quad should go to RHOA. I don't know if reality TV is really for Quad either, because Quad or Phaedra, because Quad don't want to tell her life. She don't really want to let nobody into what she's doing. I mean, King is probably the biggest thing that she's produced in the last couple of years. She doesn't want to be honest about her life either. Like I said, we don't even know what the hell the lady do for a living. How do you make your money? And people like, it don't matter what she do to make her money. Yes, the fuck it does. You're on these TV shows for the glitz and the glam. So we are here because we want to peer behind the gate. So how do you maintain your life behind the gate? That's what it is. Taya says now that will shake some stuff up, and we can possibly see her and Faye go toe to toe. You mean Quad and Phaedra? Phaedra and Quad ain't gonna go toe to toe because they could have went toe to toe on Married to Medicine and they didn't. Phaedra is never going to say anything that she don't want to say. And the executives over at Bravo think that Phaedra is so funny. That's why they allow her to do all the things that she do. It's not giving all they thought it was going to give. It had gave. I can't wait to see what she gonna do over here, because everybody was so hell bent on her coming back to this show. I think her and Porsha are gonna be funny together, but I still think that we're not gonna get anything out of Phaedra. We're gonna get absolutely nothing out of her. The only way I wanted Phaedra to come on this show is if she dealt with her issues with Candy, but Candy is gone, so it is what it is. But yeah, we gonna see. So far, RHOA has been a shit show, in my opinion. Monique AAA says we don't want to see Quad on nothing, not even Married to Medicine. Listen, I don't know if I want to see her ass on Married to Medicine either, because it's like, girl, what are you really doing? Monique 888 says Porsha is delusional. I haven't looked at her the same since her. You and me either, Monique. I have not, and I used to love me some Porsha. Okay, that is my Kansas sister. I used to love me some Porsha, but baby girl, after that spinoff, I'm good. I am so good on her. I see through all her bullshit. Ain't no rose-colored glasses over here, honey. Taya says, "Did you see the Married to Medicine reunion trailer?" I did, and that even further lets me know that Sweet Tea and her long face and I don't know why she talks like, what's that game where you got to put the thing in your mouth and it opens up your mouth? and you gotta talk with the thing in your mouth. That's what Sweet Tea look like when she talking. I don't know if her teeth are too big for her mouth or what's going on, but she is just giving. She annoys me. I don't like Sweet Tea. I'm trying to tell you, I don't. I saw her. If y'all watch Love and Marriage Huntsville, which I'm sure y'all do. A lot of people that watch me have watched that show. I saw her at Melody's white party, and I didn't even care to like go over to her. I was just like, I do not like this lady. It's just something about her. She annoys me. I don't know. I mean, I don't have nothing against her. I don't know the lady, but she just does not. I repel her energy for some reason. She's very negative to me. I don't like it. But yeah, I saw the trailer. Taya says she shades the hell out of Married to Medicine. Who? Sweet Tea? Yeah, she apparently, I don't watch her channel, but she is doing interviews and she's on her channel talking all types of shit about this show. So she don't need to be on the show. Like, clearly you don't want this check. You don't need the extra coins. Guess you just gonna settle into living off your husband. Sonia Goudry says Fallon was pregnant by the pool boy before she left Simon. So in my eyes, Simon was fair game. Listen, let me say this. I'm gonna say this, and we're gonna finish up Married to Medicine. I get that Fallon was wrong. Baby girl was spreading that apple pie to the pool guy, the friend of the house, while Simon was gone, all the things, okay? But that does not mean that this man was now freely up for grabs. You know what I'm saying? Just because he seemed to be some good guy to you, maybe Fallon was cheating for a reason. Maybe she was trying to get out of it. Maybe he was manipulating her. Who knows? But the bottom line is, I am not going to be somebody jumping right into somebody's marriage. You get what I'm saying? You got some stuff, unresolved stuff going on over there. I don't believe that Porsha knew that man well enough to know how great of a guy he is. You didn't even get to know him. You felt like, oh, he hanging out with Shamia's husband. He got a lot of money. They both African. Hey, let me marry him. Because I can't have my friend out here outshining me. That's what I think happened. Also, Dennis was never going to marry Porsha because his mama was not going to let him marry Porsha without the prenup. Porsha didn't want to get a prenup because she wanted to be all up in that man's money bags, even though she has her own shit, because Porsha still has PTSD from her marriage to Cordell. Porsha has shit that she needs to deal with. And listen, Dennis is not going to be faithful to her. Porsha, I believe, gets on Dennis's nerves. I think that Dennis does, after seeing that scene with them where she ran off and threw a damn tantrum, I think that Dennis says and does whatever he needs to do to stay on even ground with her because that man loves his daughter. And I believe because of what Porsha is putting him through, he not out here sowing his royal oats all over Atlanta because he don't want to have to deal with this foolishness with yet another female. So he like, you know what? I got to deal with enough shit with one baby mama. I'm not about to have myself making another child. I'm going to wait until I really do want to be settled down and move on with somebody. And Porsha, she picked correct. This man, Dennis, I believe that despite all of his, nefarious ways with women, he always gonna make sure Porsha is good. And I think that deep down in her wig, Porsha knows that this man is always going to be there for her. He's just not going to be faithful and he's not going to marry her. I wouldn't marry Porsha either. Porsha is unhinged. She's emotional. She's a brat. She's a crybaby. And she is not logical. So really, honestly, I respect anybody's opinion about the Fallon stuff, but you can miss me with that. That was not a segue for Porsha to now go over there and be fucking around with this dude. I have plenty of friends that their husbands are attractive, right? They have good dudes. And if my friend is out here cheating on them, mind you, Porsha, you presented yourself as this girl's friend. I don't care if it was fake for the show or whatever. We only can go off of what we've seen from the show. You were hanging out in this lady's house, in her pool, all that. If my friend's husband is a good dude and I know my friend is cheating on him, that is so many fish in the sea. I'm not about to double back and grab up my friend's man. Sorry, not sorry. I can't do it. He can be a good man out here for somebody else once he divorces my friend. I can't be running in social circles with you and now we fucking and I'm friends with your ex-wife, or I presented myself on TV as a friend to your ex. It's just a lot for me. It's a lot. But yeah, Porsha, Dennis, I would never marry Porsha if I was Dennis. Porsha married Simon for her own benefit. She didn't want Shamia to be that girl over top of her. That's what it is. Porsha, the type of friend that she can't have, you know, her friends doing better than her. You can be on the same level, right? Or as long as she don't feel threatened by you, it's okay. Like being around Candy. Oh, okay, Candy is a recording artist. You know, she's been had money all her life. Okay, it's cool for her to look better than me. But Shamia, my best friend that I grew up with, oh hell no. I can't have this bitch doing better than me. That's crazy. Porsha got to be the one that's in the middle, digging the scene, gangster lane. Ooh, ooh. No, that's not the type of. I'm not checking for friends like that. I have friends that are doing better than me, and guess what? I love it. I tell y'all all the time, I want my friends to do well, because when they do well, baby, I do well too. I'm gonna come over your house. I'm gonna enjoy all. I told you I have a friend that lives in a former basketball player's house, bought their house. Child, I will go over there in her movie room in a second. You hear me? When I come over there, she the one do the little charcuterie boards and all that. I'm gonna come over there and eat all your food, do all the things. Make me a sangria, great. I'll have one. Fuck you mean? I'm just waiting on one of my friends to get a damn pool now. Child, please. I can't. Monique 888, but I hope that answers your question. It was a very long-winded response. I'm sorry, Sonia. Monique 888 says, I was a Porsha stan, but was totally turned off after that disastrous show. She made a huge mistake with that show. She absolutely did. She absolutely made them. That tarnished her whole image. Like, we were done with her. We were ready to replace her with damn Dennis. You should have gave Dennis the peach. That's what we really cared about. Sonia Gudry. And you know what? I loved when Dennis said, child, it's turning into a Real Housewives of Atlanta extra review, child. I loved when Dennis said, I had to watch you get married, do 30 weddings, but you couldn't see me with somebody, watch me do business with Drew. This is crazy. I don't bit more think that Dennis is screwing Drew than the man in the moon. I don't. But I do think that I don't know what the hell Porsha done to Drew behind the scenes, but Drew is putting her acting chops together, because I told y'all, Drew always slick at the mouth with somebody. It's a reason she really put her acting hat on. I think Drew is acting this season. I really do. Because the fact that she didn't cuss the fuck out of Porsha when she tried to play her and do this whole break the fourth wall shit over her doing some video shoot or whatever for Go Naked Hair. I don't know, child. My glasses. Who said my glasses? Somebody. The game is called Watch Your Mouth, and yes, her mouth is like that. My glasses are still rose colored in Team Porsha. Child, listen, I get it. We like who we like, child. We like who we like. Monique 888 says the game is called Watch Your Mouth, and yes, her mouth is like that, child. Toya says Phaedra video shaded Married to Medicine at the reunion. You know what? Phaedra should have never been on that damn show. Never should have been on that show. I mean, so girl, set yourself off, honey. Set yourself off. Monique 888 says, bingo, Porsha was dead ass wrong for effing that lady's husband. She's disgusting. Absolutely. She's definitely disgusting. Monique, make sure you cover up your curse words, because they'll block the video for that. I don't know why they do that, but just make it look crazy. But I know what you're saying. And I have to time out my daggone curse words too, child. It's crazy. YouTube be tripping. Okay. I told y'all my last video that I did before on Just Hilarious, which I'm going to follow up on that, y'all. I actually got up at the ass crack of dawn yesterday morning to hear that show. Okay. And I recorded clips, but everybody had already put them out. So I was like, I'm going to save my space and delete it from my phone. I still have it on my computer, but I may do a members only and post the clips. But yeah, I did that Just Hilarious thing and a video on Just Hilarious, and somebody flagged my damn video while I was on it. I was like, somebody is real pressed and petty. Real pressed and petty. Couldn't believe it. Sonya Gucci says Dennis was cheating while Porsha was pregnant. He was, but listen. Porsha, she knew what she was getting into. That man, when she was on Real Housewives of Atlanta, Candy told her that he was out here dipping and doing with everybody, as my friend Sean says. Monique 888 says Porsha didn't know Dennis when she got pregnant with PJ. She just knew that he had money. Exactly, which is why she married Simon. This is a trend. I told y'all, Porsha's family has made her feel like she's some Barbie doll that needs to be put in a glass house and taken care of and preserved. No, girl. No. Get your own money and keep doing that. You got to get yourself, be a real boss out here. She just knew that he had money. She didn't know if he was a cheater, liar, or anything. She just wanted money. Absolutely. Oh no, Monique, no need to say sorry. I just wanted to let you know because I figured you didn't know. But I appreciate you. AF says yes. Linda Gamble says 21 likes, 23 in the chat. Okay, let's get them likes up, y'all. Let's make a match at least. Miss B says, my friend Miss B is here. Porsha for the money. She absolutely is for the coins. All the coins. Okay. But y'all, let's get back to this. Child, I done turned this into a half. I'm gonna have to change the title of Married to Medicine and some RHOA, child. But let's get back into it. So Toya is having this Georgia 10 party. Okay. She tells the people she don't want to spend over 25 grand. Okay. But Toya, you didn't give the people a donation for the Med Gala, but you can spend $25,000 on a party and you can do a whole party for a Birkin bag. Okay. Hey, it's your coins. It's your world. Your pockets, you live in them. Okay, so moving on. Toya wants to have everybody dress up in these Bridgerton characters, and she's calling it Georgia 10. And then it goes to so she's talking to the planners, and they're getting this stuff all together. So she comes to look at the venue, and they have the little pig on the thing and the pomegranates around it and all that. It's a really nice setup. It's a really, really nice setup. So she's going back home to get ready for her party and put a little costume on. So her and her husband are talking, and she's like, yeah, I just feel like I was a part of that era. And Eugene was like, that's not real. I don't know if Bridgerton is real or not, but I do think, if I'm not mistaken, there was some mingling of the races, if you will, back then in London, England. Okay. I don't know the full story on it, but I do think, I don't know if it was as high class as, what Bridgerton is, or if there was a black queen necessarily, but I will have to look into it and see. But I think that there was some type of, in the royal family, there was some mingling of the draws. Okay. But anyway, moving on. Sweet Tea and Greg go to lunch. And Sweet Tea is like, I don't know if I want to go. They invited us to this party. I don't know if I want to go to the party, blah, blah, blah. Here's where I am on Sweet Tea and Greg's side. Okay. Toya, you invited them to come to this party for a fucking hour. 8 to 9 o'clock. They done had to get, she had to get her hair done, nails done, everything did. Costume. You got Greg coming up in here looking like the Black Colonel Sanders with a George Washington wig on. Okay. Coming up in here to party with you for a whole hour. We got to spend all this money preparing for this party, and we're going to stay here for a fucking hour. You got me messed up. Hell no. I'd rather zoomed into this situation. Give me the link for the team's call. Because what you're not about to do is waste my time and have me coming up in here for what? For an hour? That's crazy. That is absolutely insane to me. And that is disrespectful of their time. Period. You might as well just say, hey, since you guys told me at the, you haven't said anything yet. Obviously, it's the day of or the day before the party when they went to when Sweet Tea and Greg went to this lunch. I don't know if it was the day of or the day before or whatever. At the end of the day, you haven't RSVP'd by the potential date that I said. So, baby girl, you will not film with us. You can't come. Then I'm like, you had them come for an hour, but then Quad and King can come for the duration of the rest of the party, which I get it. Y'all did the dance and all that stuff. They RSVP. They came to the classes to do the little dance, and they're a part of the presentation because they RSVP early. And also, Greg, you did some foolishness by doing a potential harmful, he tried to hurt me type of thing. Greg, you full of shit because you were totally antagonizing that man on that trip. You were. Let's just stop. Anybody that thinks that King started it, you full of shit. I'm sorry, not sorry. But you can think whatever you want. But Greg was fucking with that dude. King didn't say nothing to Greg throughout that year. He was even talking to the guys saying, yeah, I just want to be cool with everybody. He was trying to make it a chill environment. But Greg was threatened by him ever since he heard that they was fucking 15 times a week. He could not stand it. His ego was extremely bruised because he wasn't getting none from Quad when they were fucking. When they were married. They weren't doing anything. They were so emotionally detached. She couldn't even make it. She couldn't even fake it for him. So he was pissed. Now, King, the only thing that I do not agree with is that you saying that Quad can say whatever she wants. Greg just got to take it or whatever. Quad can do and say whatever she wants. No, she can't. Quad needs to respect Greg too. Greg don't need to be all in your face because Greg was very intentional when he got out of his seat, when he was laying on that little lounge chair and he got out of his seat and got in King's face and was like, I don't got no problem with you, man. He tried to. Greg he know how to play the game. He thought he did anyway. He got in King's face being aggressive, but he was trying to act like his defenses were down. Like, no, I'm harmless. It is what it is. But you were being aggressive, Greg. You could have said what you said from your chair. You did not have to get up and get in that man's face. You came over there trying to size him up to see what he was actually going to do. And when you realize he ain't playing with you, your little cigar got dropped. And so would you have if you had kept on going. It is what it is. Greg is a little bitch boy. That's all it is to it. He need to go to a counselor to deal with his unresolved feelings for Quad or whatever turmoil happened in that relationship. It is what it is. That's what it is. So y'all, they get to, and all the stuff in between before them going to the party, it really is just a bunch of minutia. Let's get on. Contessa, come to the front. Come to the front, Contessa. Contessa, you can go. I am so tired of the fake bullshit with Contessa. Contessa is so fake. I cannot stand it. I think Contessa is at a point where she's like, I want to be on the show. I thought that I could come on the show and I could turn everybody against Heavenly, because I don't like the fact that Heavenly is not letting me blame my marriage on her and it's turmoil. So I'm gonna come on here and I'm gonna try to turn everybody against her. I don't know why. I guess you have to respect the ambition, but I don't know why on this God's green earth did Contessa think that she was going to come back after not being on the show and somebody was actually going to do what the fuck she wanted them to do. They have all been on this show for seasons and after season together. They have a genuine friendship. They know what Heavenly is here to do. She's here to start shit. Contessa, you are not entertaining, really. So why would we join your bandwagon and get rid of the main person that's keeping shit going on the show to keep us relevant? Why would we do that? What you gonna do but lie about your marriage and what's going on with your husband? You're a liar too. So why did you think that you could come on here and make a difference in what we got going on? You cannot. We're not going to go against Heavenly for you. Sorry, not sorry. Then now all of a sudden she want to be Heavenly's friend, fixing her crown at the party. Girl, what? You are so fake. And your husband in this damn wig, that this Elvis Presley wig that he had on, Contessa and Scott are the Bamas of the week. Neither one of their asses can dress, so I guess that's why they're together. But anyway, moving on. All the peoples arrived to the Georgia 10 party. They didn't know whether Greg and Sweet Tea was actually going to come. They end up coming. They stayed for their hour. But at the end, when it was time for them to leave, I thought it was really interesting, and it was a very weird and awkward position for Toya to be in. But Toya had obviously told her, hey, you gotta hit the bricks after an hour. Can you get out of here, please? And so she's like, well, the Sweet Tea, I actually would stay. I will stay. Hey, let's try. Contessa over there. Let's just try it. Let's see. Let's see if they can coexist together. Let's just see. No, are you dumb? This man has papers on this guy. Why would I willingly go against some protective order that you have against me? I'm coming here under the pretenses that they will not be here. They're going to be gone by the time I get here. So now y'all want to ambush Quad again. No, ma'am, Pam. Absolutely not. So, Sweet Tea, you get you and your own Arnold Palmer and get on up out of here. We're good. We don't need you here. You're not going to provide any entertainment. All you're going to do is end up arguing with Heavenly at some point at this party, and the party and it's going to get ran on through. And you are not going to be any source of entertainment. Quad and King come after Sweet Tea and Greg exit. Now, I will give you this. Greg graciously got on up out of there. He was like, you know what? Listen, Toya, I totally understand. I don't want to ruin your evening. Happy anniversary. We're so happy for you all. Y'all will see us again. He pretty much was letting them know, hey, I'll be around. I want to be around. I want to be here. I'm going to come back. That's what he was letting them know. But Sweet Tea, she want to cause a problem. She like, well, I want to stay. Why can't I stay? This is why you need to get the fuck up on out of here. Because you about to try to start some shit. And I told you before you brought your ass up in here that you have to leave. And you know why you have to leave. So why are you over here shucking and jiving and doing all this? At the end of it, really, Sweet Tea, you should have never agreed to come. You shouldn't say, you know what? Honestly, thank you so much, Toya, for trying to make space for us. But at this time, I'm going to have to go ahead and decline, because to come there for such a grand occasion, I would love to come support you. But at this time, I can't see myself coming to such a party for a grand event such as yours for an hour. That's just not enough for me. Then she did this stupid Lady Whistledown thing where she talking shit about everybody. I'm like, Sweet Tea, it's very obvious that you did this because you the one, when you started reading it, you were reading it like with such ease, like you knew what was going to come up off the paper. Corny. Just corny. But moving on. Sweet Tea and Greg leave, and Quad and King come into the building. Okay. So now they do their walk in, everybody does a little dance or whatever. So then Toya gets into talking about how, you know what, I just wish we all could have been here and, you know, had a good time. How is this gonna, how are we gonna coexist after this? And that's this, that, and third. And Quad was like, listen, I don't want to be around them. And Toya was like, well, eventually you're gonna have to be around them. Toya, y'all gotta read between the lines. Toya is like, well, we're all on this show together. Wink, wink. You gonna leave the show or you gonna stay on the show? I gotta figure out who I'm aligning myself with, because this is my job. This is the only reason why I make more money than Eugene. I'm gonna keep my job on this TV show. So you let me know what I need to do to prepare myself for next season in this reunion. Is you blood or cuz? That's basically what Toya is saying to these two bitches. Who's going to stay here and who's not? If both of y'all are gonna stay, then Toya is like, okay, I gotta get my game plan together on how we gonna make this thing rock and roll. How I'm gonna do my job. If one of y'all need to exit stage left, let me know so I can know who I don't got to fuck with. That's basically what she's saying to y'all. And Heavenly is doing the same thing. She's like, listen, Heavenly has a level of loyalty to Quad that I think is going to end up being her demise. I think that Heavenly really does and truly loves Quad. And I think that she thinks that Quad has more talent than Quad really actually has. That's what I think. Heavenly, you gonna have to put your, what they say on the airplane, you need to put your raft on before you give it to Quad. Because Quad is dragging you down, honey. You over here defending this broad, and the minute you say something offensive, y'all be done squashed it. She see it on the show and she reliving it again. What kind of friend is she? She gets re-angered over silly shit. That's why Quad isn't good for the show. She don't get it. And she thinks that everybody is supposed to kiss her ass. Then you don't get along with everybody. And not to say that everybody should get along, but I just feel like it's a double-edged sword for me, y'all. I think that they fucked Quad over. I think that it was really messed up that they tried to get rid of her. But now, and I think that they disregard her feelings where it comes to Greg. I think it's all fucked up. But I think that Quad doesn't do herself any favors. She doesn't. She constantly plays the victim instead of holding them accountable. I would like her to just hold them accountable one good time and in less words instead of a long speech and move on. It's time to move on from a lot of this shit that they keep on drumming up. And that's all it is to it. Simone says that they're going back to a fractured group because of how Quad is choosing to handle things. The guys are talking to King, and King is like, listen, I don't have a problem with nobody. I'm willing to move on. You know, it is what it is. I ain't trying to be disrespectful. I just don't want nobody disrespecting my lady. That's it. King is being a real gentleman, a good man about the situation. Quad is just like, no, I'm out for the jugular. I don't want them on the show. Y'all tried to get rid of me. I'm going to get rid of them. But Quad, what you need to understand, baby girl, you don't have enough power to get rid of nobody. You simply don't. The women on this show are halfway in and halfway out with you, except Heavenly. She's the only one that's like dedicated to being with you, your friend. Everybody else is like, girl, what? We can do without you. Dr. Mimi, you coming? Hell, is somebody else we can interview to come on this show so they can be actual doctors? Because Quad, you're not married to medicine, honey. That's what this show is built around. And you didn't build enough of a solid relationship with the ladies where we felt like it was a easy transition for you to stay on the show. You wasn't that close with them where you should have held on to your position. Child. Pumpkin says, silly Sweet Tea taking the time to create and print out that mess is an indication that the Married to Medicine crew isn't for her. And it's not. First of all, she used her good old FedEx account to go up there and print 300 copies of whatever this foolishness is to come in here to them with the bullshit. I can't believe she did that. That was so corny. I get it. I mean, it goes along with the theme, but the stuff that she was saying, it was just like, girl, this is just made up stuff. Like, you doing the most. But y'all, tell me in the comments what y'all think about the next season of Married to Medicine. What do we expect to see on this reunion? Is this group fractured? Can it be repaired? Are these women really friends? Y'all see Anila, she tried to make sure she was in that circle, child. I think Anila trying to get her tail back on the show too. So Quad, you doing all of this stuff, and there's always somebody there waiting and lurking to take your spot. You got at least a couple of women on the show right now playing in the background that's ready to pull up and be in the front at any second. So you might want to stop acting like the cards are in your hand to be dealt. It is what it is. But y'all, thank y'all so much for watching. Thank y'all for rocking with me this late at night. I truly, truly appreciate y'all and all of y'all support. And I will, I've watched the lives for Toya and Reginae. I watched the brothers come on the internet talking crazy. I'm gonna do my review of the finale of Toya and Reginae probably tomorrow, and then we'll do Summer House. Got to catch up on that. I think we're 3 episodes in for Summer House. I think I'm good on Beverly Hills. I'm not really excited about that anymore. And then we'll finalize Southern Charm, and we'll update Beyond the Gates. I am loving Beyond the Gates, but I just don't want to do, I don't want to do the review of Beyond the Gates every single day. It comes on every day because it's a soap opera. So we're going to probably do reviews on that show twice a week. Okay. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching. Sonia Gudry says, and what Sweet Tea said about Curtis on that. Child, not about Curtis putting his arm around Heavenly's waist. They know good and daggone well that man don't want Heavenly. That is just, I think Sweet Tea makes shit up. That's what I think. But you know, it is what it is. They've been letting that little girl get away with shit for quite too long. And it's like, girl, just go. You are too angry and I can't deal. But anyway, y'all, thank y'all so much for watching. Please, please, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anybody else that's watching this too. Linda says Southern Charm season finale. Yes, but you know, I watch it on Fridays so that I can watch it on Peacock with no commercials. So I'm going to watch it and do the review for the finale for y'all. All right, y'all. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.